I'll get rid of that. I apologize. I began shooting in the middle of my doing the diagnostic checks on this vehicle. But here is how it came in. It came in without that. I think burglars hooked themselves to the stereo, air conditioning, or climate control unit. Oh, this is in 1998 or 99, I'm not yet sure. LandCruiser VX. It has a 4.7 liter 2UZ FE engine. That means it's a V8 petrol with a coil on plug ignition system. The complaint is when the engine is cranked, there is no response to the throttle. I think I'll crank the engine so that you get to see the symptom. Hear that? Depressing the throttle, but there is no response. Absolutely. But I will show you evidence of that pretty soon. And the check engine light was showing, so I right away I put the diagnostic tool on it, and I got a code for a fault code for it's a P1127. I think it's electronic ETCS, that is electronic throttle control system power failure, something to do with the drive-by-wire system on this car not getting 12 volts, so at least the motor not getting 12 volts on it. So the Toyota the engine is running, but there is absolutely no response to the throttle. However hard you... Oh, it has a fail-safe system to get you back home. If you press this throttle all the way towards the bottom, it can manually operate the throttle in a very, very small range just to get you home. So it's in fail-safe mode, more or less. This vehicle came in the middle of me tackling a non-start Volvo, so the client wanted to take this vehicle away. He thought it was going to be a small issue that wouldn't take a long time, but we've advised him it will take a longer time than he anticipated, so he's left and he will be back in a couple of hours. Let's see the trouble code. P1127 ETCS actuator power source circuit malfunction. There is a P1126 magnetic clutch circuit, but I'll admit I said that I've pulled the socket off the electronic throttle control motor, and that same socket sends power to the magnetic clutch circuit. So just to show you that what we're dealing with is the P1127 only, I'm going to reconnect that socket, come back here, erase the code, and see that only P1127 will come back. and I'm going to turn off the engine but leave the key in the on position. Keys on. Clear the trouble codes. Have been cleared. Oh, it says now there's no trouble code, but if I crank the engine, or if I turn the key on and off a couple of times, I think this code will come back. Still says it's not there. Crank the engine. Oh, check engine light is gone by the way. Check engine light is gone. And guess what? The throttle motor is responding. I think I made the fix. All the work I've been doing, testing all this, I think I've actually made the fix. But you missed the opportunity to see the steps I went through, but I'll still go through to show you all the steps I went through. As you can hear now, the engine is, when you press the throttle, the engine is responding. Do you hear that? So go to Asia. Well, the diagnostic code is not going to come back now. Oh yes, cyo izo kijyaho. What about Actually, you may not be able to see the code again. I'm sorry about that. We're not going to find any code now. As you can see, there are no codes. So I will explain what I did. What I did was go around to the front, take the plastic cover off the engine, and have a look at the electronic throttle motor circuit. First step was to come and look at that fuse down here. Its name is this is dirty, but on here, if you can see on there, it says throttle. So that fuse was a bit loose, but it was good. What that does is it takes 12 volts from that terminal to this terminal of the computer here. There is a wire here on this connector. I don't know if I can get a good shot of it. Next to the white wire here, there is a yellow and black wire. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom. That fuse brings 12 volts here. So that got 12 volts from the fuse. So that was good. And my next step was, because looking at the wiring diagram, my next step was to look at the continuity of the two wires going from the computer to back to the electronic throttle control motor. The computer uses those two wires to control the electronic throttle control motor, and that's when I went back to, with my multimeter, I now went back to electronic throttle control motor under the bonnet. Which is back at this guy here. There are 4 wires. The red and white at the bottom here are for the electronic throttle control motor to run, and the 2 at the top, the blue and green, are for the clutch. This system has both a motor and a clutch to operate the drive-by-wire system. And what I discovered at that point, it was a bit loose, and I disconnected it, did the continuity checks I wanted to do just for the 2 wires at the bottom, plugged back in, and hey presto, throttle motor seems to be running fine. Check engine light went out. That's where we are now. I'm not so sure, there could be loose connections in the harness, so I'm going to drive the vehicle on a bit of a rough road and see if the problem comes back. Okay, so we are going on the test drive now. Engine is running. Check engine light not showing. I'm worried about the fuel levels. It's on empty and the light is on. Okay, let's go to electronic seats. Okay, sorry about that. The tripod toppled, but the the test drive is well underway. I want to keep my eye on the instrument cluster to have a look at the check engine light, which is not coming back. I've just gone through a very bumpy stretch. Now heading out of the garage area. The road is quite rough. If any loose connections are going to show up again, this is where they should. The throttle is performing like it should. Eyes on the instrument cluster again. No check engine light yet. Okay, I'm now getting onto the highway and I have to wear my seatbelt, which I've done. We are now well and truly on the highway, and the vehicle is changing gears very well. That's fine. I'm going to turn off again toward the garage. Another bumpy stretch. I have to stop here. I need to get the seatbelt off. It keeps tugging on my neck. The vehicle makes a lot of shaky noises. I guess there's a lot of stuff that's got to be fixed, but that's not part of this assignment. All I wanted to see is if the check engine light comes back, and it hasn't. I think I'll wrap this up. I've had a fix. There are 3 areas I suspect that I touched and this problem went away. The fuse, number 1 could have been the loose fuse, because I checked the circuits in these 3 places without clearing the fault code afterwards. So I went from one to the next without clearing the fault code, so I don't know exactly which was the culprit, but it looks at least like I have a fix, and I'm back at the garage. Okay, we have roadworks going on, and I'm going to stop the video here. Thank you for watching.